Hello everybody, this is the Emperor's Painter, and today I'm discussing the things that I'm most excited to paint right now. Up first we have these display models. I'm really excited to get back into like high-end painting, and I'm using the Emperor's Showcase monthly videos as a way to do that. Right now I have a Dark Oath Chieftain on Warsteed. I have a Vampire Lord on his Undead Steed, and I've got some Shatterpoint models as well. So these are some AOS models. They're very beautiful, and I found that a lot of these like lords on horses, especially with like how they're framed and stuff, they can be used as very high-end display pieces, and I love the way that they look. So that's something that I'm working on. And then Shatterpoint, these Star Wars miniatures are incredibly highly detailed. They're actually like slightly larger scale than Warhammer. I believe they're 40mm. And they are miniatures that I have like a childhood connection with. I love Star Wars. I watched Star Wars a lot as a kid. And so, you know, I don't have much of a connection with The Mandalorian, but I think this miniature looks really cool. And then Jango Fett was like one of, if not my favorite characters in Star Wars. So being able to paint him is something that I'm looking forward to, especially taking my time and painting him to a very high standard. And the other thing that I'm super excited to start painting is Flames of War, Early War. I got Dunkirk and I got the Maginot Line, and this is just going to be such a different thing of painting. You know, I painted a lot of Flames of War recently, and I love Flames of War, but you know, if you're painting like Shermans or like you know, Panzers or something like that, Panzer IVs, it's really nice to like, oh, these are Sumas, you know, these are early war, you know, these are the French, and I can paint them in Horizon Blue. Things that are just like a little bit different, changing things up a bit so that things don't get repetitive. And you know, these are like a lot of tiny tanks, but then like some really big tanks mixed in there. I think that, and then like Panzer Gray instead of super detailed camouflage for German tanks. I think that this is going to be really something very different than anything else Flames of War. Even like the difference between mid-war and late war, I think, is not near as large a gap as that between early war and anything else. So looking at this, I've got the 2 starter sets. I'm going to be getting a lot more. I've actually already ordered a lot more. I'm going to get Matildas. I was looking at the catalog because this showed up, and it did say that they're coming out with German motorcyclists. That's very interesting. I might have to pick some of those guys up. So yeah, I'm very excited to start painting some of these guys up. Some French in Horizon Blue, and some Sumas and stuff. Some early Panzers. I'm very excited about this. So now I'm going to get to that. This has been the Emperor's Painter. God bless.